Okay, cool, quick one. I'm in the van, I'm on my way to the Eurotunnel where I'm heading off to Medine for the week. It's the World Carp Classics, so yeah, it's a pretty big event. I'm heading out there to film it from RidgeMonkey's perspective. We've got a section that we're sponsoring and we've got, you know, a few teams of anglers that are out there, so let's get out there. So once I arrived, I set about finding Ross Honey, the event organiser, just to give us the lowdown and what to expect that week.
So my name's Ross Honey, I'm the tournament founder of the World Carp Classic, and back here at Lac de Medine, it's a special venue, special occasion, and of course for the 20th anniversary special event. So when anglers turn up here, they've got a process to go through. They obviously set the bivvies up and get themselves installed in Bivvy City, and then from there they go to registration. And then of course then the fun and the excitement of the event, the camaraderie really starts. There's the train we've used this year. We used that in 1998 to actually take anglers to their pegs, but this year we used it to actually bring the defending champions actually into the hall. And then the very nervous moment for the anglers is of course the peg draw. They come up on stage to do the peg draw, which is all important because that decides where they're actually going to be fishing from for the following week. So there's 116 teams competing in this competition this year. They're coming from as far afield as Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Really, I mean, it is truly a global event. So RidgeMonkey are one of the new sponsors for this year. So yeah, it's really exciting to see how that's it's a new brand that is actually working with an old event, and it's a great mix.
So the first morning saw all the guys getting all their kit ready, loading up the boats and heading to their swims. Once all the teams were set up in their pegs, they was all eagerly awaiting the flare, which was going to signify at the beginning of the event. So my first port of call was to shoot round and see Jack and Brian.
I'm Jack.
I'm Brian.
And we're fishing for Team RidgeMonkey. When we drew peg 95, we were over the moon. We're in the marina section, and we're the last peg on this bank. We found there's a lot of weed in front of us. Yeah, hell of a lot of weed.
A lot of weed.
So we've searched around for quite a few hours and found like a few little clear spots here and there and a few channels. When it comes to baiting, we've gone in with a bit of a soft approach, probably only a couple of kilos over each rod, mainly tigers and boilies, and a bit of hemp.
Yeah, we didn't go too mad with it.
No, but we're trying to just pick up a fish first of all. So you kind of want them coming through a channel, find a little bit of bait, you know, and get a bite, and then reset the trap again. So our starting approach rig-wise out here, we're going to be using the Ronnie rig with an 18mm pop-up on there, down to a size 2 RM Tech curve shank.
Which are a savage hook.
Really sharp straight out the packet, and then with about 7 to 8 inches of boom with the 20-pound fluorocarbon. It's a really clear spot out there, so we don't need to go too long with the boom.
So we've got our spots sorted out, and baits are in position. So I'm just thinking like the match is going to go sort of with a slow start, and hopefully, you know, by sort of Monday night we might have a bite and get the old ball rolling.
So the next morning I got a call from Thomas Duncan Dunlop, a previous World Carp Classic champion and one of our pro anglers. He informed me that he'd caught one that morning, so I shot round there to see exactly what he had, and I wasn't disappointed. It was a real banger.
So my name is Thomas Duncan Dunlop. I'm representing England at this year's event at the World Carp Classic at Medine 2018. I think I've done it 7 years now. Won it in 2009. We're in peg 17. This is the Carpella section this year. We've found since we've been here is weed, weed, weed and weed. We've got a couple of good spots that we feel is good spots, and we've got a couple of okay spots. And because it's a free fish rule, you know, we got a chance. And we had a bite at 5 o'clock this morning. And yeah, landed one, 13.3 kilos, beautiful linear. And we're off the mark. So we've got one spot that's going, and you know, we're hopeful that we could maybe get a bite, maybe a night would be really good. I've gone for a 25-pound soft coated RidgeMonkey hook link, which is just nice. It just matches the bottom. Size 2 curved shank, which is a big hook, but as you're probably going to see in a minute, we're going to have a big bait on, so I need a big hook for me big bait. So bait wise, the start of the match, we're probably just going to use boilies and tigers and not a lot of other bits and pieces. In terms of what bait we're using, Rob and myself are both sponsored by Mainline. This year we've gone in with the Active 8, which is a brilliant bait. I mean, everything from their stable is good.
So after spending the morning with Tom round at his swim, I decided to make my way over to the island to check out the RidgeMonkey section and catch up with a few of the other RidgeMonkey teams. I turned up just before dark, and lucky enough the Germans had literally just fired up a barbecue. So I took that opportunity to jump on a little social. We had a good night, but despite all their efforts, night passed quietly. The next morning, I took the opportunity to go around and catch up with the Swain brothers.
Hi, Tim and Andy Swain with Frano, representing CR Baits and RidgeMonkey and England, here on the banks of Medine, fishing the World Carp Classic 2018. Me and Andy have been competition fishing for, what, 15?
Yeah.
Over 15 years now.
When we first pulled the peg, on the run up, we kind of said we really don't want to have to be getting in boats and going to islands in the dark side, because we've been there and done that.
Our boats, our chosen ones, the Jockey Marine, they're brilliant, so stable. I mean, even with me and Andy in the big boat, it's so stable.
Obviously, mains power is impossible on the island, but I have to say, the RidgeMonkey
solar panels work really well.
Excellent. We've basically hung them up. They come with a little carabiner clip. Hung them up on the side of the bivvy with the phone in the little pocket. Charged my phone up yesterday in no time at all.
Yeah, we've got two. We both bought one, so yeah, they works really well.
I think they're a good bit of kit. Yeah, if you want to save the battery power, stick it on one of them. They're ideal.
Hi, my name is Emir Caro. I'm from Germany. We're fishing for RidgeMonkey, and we're proud to be here. First time on the World Carp Classic together as a team. So we are here on pack 73, and in front of us there are a lot of weed beds.
It's the weed, yeah, and we have 5.23 meters.
We did find the spots with the sonar. We tried to fish closer and in the holes in the weeds and something else like that, and hopefully we get the fish coming in. I use it like a combi link with a big bait on it and a small tiger nut. Hopefully this week we getting some nice fish, maybe the 3 biggest, hopefully, but yeah, I think the chances are good. We will see.
Following morning, like clockwork, I got the phone call from Tom, and this time he'd called something a little bit bigger.
One more of these tonight, maybe 25 kilos, can we?
One of his dad and one of his mum might be nice.
Up the ante a bit.
Yeah, well, we had a 13.3 kilo on the second morning. So this puts us 33.9 kilos, I think, so there or thereabouts. So we need to catch possibly a
couple more of these. Couple more of
kilos,
these.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, all good.
Why not?
All good. Let's get on it.
Yeah, so the New Zealand guys are
really well.
doing really well off the dark side of the island.
Yeah.
It's not really a favoured peg, but they're fair play to them, are doing really well.
Really well.
Take some catching. A few days left. We're still feeling positive.
Weather's changing, it's rain, a bit of rain in it.
Yeah.
Wind's changing direction, so.
And hopefully it pushes a few fish down to us. And if they turn up, we're ready to have them.
Sure, we'll have them, yeah.
But
2 units in here.
That's it, yeah. It only takes, you know, a couple of hours with a few good fish and you're right back in the running. And there's enough big carp in here to go around.
Yeah, definitely. Look at last year, you got Lee and Tim last night at that unit, didn't they? 50 odd pound and won it.
That's it, yeah.
So, you know, it can happen.
Yeah, so we've had to change our rig approach as well.
Yeah.
We had quite a few roach and bream off of the other spots, so obviously we were able to catch fish off of them spots and the carp just didn't turn up.
Yeah.
So to accommodate that, we've had to go with 2 18mm wafters, almost like a snowman.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've gone for a size 2 straight point.
Yeah.
Just with some soft coated braid. Really blends in well. You can see the rig as we're dropping it down. Everything lays out and, you know, the boardies are sitting there, you can't see any of the rig.
As I sat there with Jack and Brian discussing their plan going forward, their right hand rod tightened up and they were into their first carp.
Well, weather change and bang.
9.5 kilos, so it's only a small one, but hopefully the start of a few more. Yeah, definitely this weather change has brought the fish in, so we've seen a couple now in the last couple of hours and picked one up, so looking good.
Yeah, hopefully for tonight.
So we now moved on to Friday morning. We had this one in the night, 8.3 kilos. Puts us on 42.2 kilos, currently in 10th place. Hoping to improve on that. Possibly today the weather's kicking in with some bigger winds. Although I'm holding this fish, it does take teamwork to catch them out of it. All the fish we've caught have been well and truly hooked, which you're going to need out here. Playing them in the weed, you've got to have confidence in your tackle. We're going to give it our best go and see what the night brings. We've got until 7 o'clock in the morning to improve. This is our smallest fish, so if we catch a 25 kilo fish, it'll be a 25 kilo, a 20.6 and a 13.3, and then we're back in the money.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the competition. It's been an absolutely fantastic year. It's been tremendous, and of course we've got new champions we're about to crown from New Zealand.
Hi, my name is Marius Kakumur and I'm from Team New Zealand.
My name is Jacques Niels, also Team New Zealand.
We would just like to say thank you for all the support.
So we were fishing in the RidgeMonkey section. We caught a total of 6 fish. The biggest fish was 27.2. 21.8 and a 20 kilo.
So we had a total combined weight of 69 kilograms, and it's just amazing to be part of this event.
And we are the World Carp Classic champions.
So that was it. That was pretty much the World Carp Classics 2018 done. It's an awesome bit of water and an awesome event. Well done to the New Zealand team, and unlucky to the rest of the RidgeMonkey guys. But next year we're going to come back hard.